banner night going any better for you and the team?
Yeah, those were those games where you're kind of a little uncomfortable through the course of the day, wanting to get that part of it over with, even though, it means so much to everybody in attendance. But, we're here to play a game ultimately, and, it's kind of a little bit of a distraction, to think about. But, it's one of the things where you'll look back and be very proud of that moment.
Obviously, you're locked into the game, but was there a point where you're like, damn, these saves keep racking up, I keep facing so many shots?
Yeah, I think, for the most part, I think, we blocked a lot of shots too, so it just seemed like we were pretty comfortable with where they were shooting from, and sometimes, you're just getting hit with the ball, and, pretty fortunate that some of the bounces went our way, and, we were able to put up a pretty big lead. It's a little bit easier to play when we're scoring, a couple more times in the third to go up by 6 or 7.
You mentioned the block shots, and I think Paul's got credit for 5 of those. What has his presence since he's come to this team done for you?
Ultimately he's a calming presence in the locker room and on the floor. And, for me, it's that familiarity and comfort level, trust. Like, there's times where I don't even react to some of the shots because I know that he's gonna block it. And it's funny because our whole team does a good job of blocking shots. It's something that we preach, and I don't even think Paulie blocks them. I think he makes saves. So.
Thoughts at the end of the game with about 30 seconds left, that scrum with Rochester?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a heated battle at the end, and just pretty a guy comes jumps to the crease and brushed me against the crossbar. It is what it is, and it just shows how competitive the guys are and what type of environment it is in there.
Were you expecting that, knowing he's a D guy playing there that late in the game? Were you expecting something to happen?
Yeah, as soon as I saw him tuck his stick, I played with him. Peterborough know him very well personally. It's not a malicious act. It's just he's going to run out of space, and he's coming to the net. And he's a big boy, and I got stuck against the crossbar. But I think we handled it very well.
How do you feel coming out of that collision?
I'm fine. It's just one of the things where it's like you just get hyperextended a little bit more than what you want, and you get stuck in an uncomfortable position, and it'll be fine tomorrow.
Matt, you've played 180 minutes as a team this year. You've trailed in 6 minutes of them. Well, I assume when the offense knows that it's going good and protect the lead, you play a little looser. On the other hand, the other team has a little that constant pressure to try and catch up, which makes all the difference.
Yeah, I think that's we have a great offense, and we're able to score goals, and it's tough to play against our team, and I think once they get rolling, we're a tough team to stop, and like I said, it's a lot easier to be in net when we're up, finishing fourth quarters like the way we have been, and we're not going to always have those type of games, but just pretty fortunate we've had that the last couple of games.
I know with your experience, it definitely helps, but how are you able to just at least stay composed throughout the entire game, especially with facing multiple shots, especially that one sequence when you guys were down a man, and just felt like Rochester was just kept constantly peppering shots at you one after another?
Yeah, I think that's that experience, and we have an experienced group. Our man down guys, that they all came back from last year. With the addition of Paulie, we've had a lot of those guys on defense for a long time, and we've had a couple guys sprinkle in and out, but for the most part, we're a veteran group back there, and it's good in those moments where you have your captain, your assistant captain on the floor, and the man down, and guys are blocking shots, and we're doing whatever we can to get in lanes, and I'm pretty fortunate we were able to kill it.
Having been on a team that's won 3 championships before, what is the challenge of keeping that edge and that urgency at the beginning of year 3?
The one thing that we got to look at is that once tonight's over, last year it's done, and every other team is looking to knock us off, and we're just now one of the other teams that are just trying to get in a good playoff position to make another run, and that's kind of been our mindset. Is we can't just be okay and satisfied with what we've done previously. we're all playing for the moment. The only reason why I'm back is to try to win another championship and compete for one at least. So I think that's the mindset moving forward.
Matt, as a goalie, would you rather play at least 1 or 2 games a week with the schedule, like having you played a couple weeks ago, then tonight, and then you don't play again until January 10th? What's the mindset like for a goaltender?
Yeah, it's challenging. We've we've had 3. It's like we're going to be on a 3rd bye week in 6 weeks, so it's tough. Looking down at that stretch, but I think it's one that we kind of got into last year, where we went through a lot of our bye weeks early, and it's just the way I think the schedule works out for a lot of teams. Is the bye weeks are early, and they're never going to be when you want them, and we just gotta hopefully we get going and get in the groove later on as well.
How do you maintain that determination, especially going in tonight with ceremony banner being raised and trying not the best you can to not get too comfortable and playing relaxed?
It's challenging, but we have a group that we expect guys to put in the effort away from the game, and that's kind of relying on that veteran leadership, and most of our work is done Monday to Friday when we're not with each other, so we're going to expect everybody to continue to do the same.
Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.